Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I'd like to discuss the conviction for embezzlement and court order that Marine Le Pen is barred from standing for public office, effective immediately, meaning that whoever replaces Macron as president in a couple of years' time, it's spectacularly unlikely to be her. But first, for daily news and commentary, please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. So, this is something, isn't it? A country, a Western country, has had a presidential candidate convicted of a criminal offence, and she's not going to be allowed to stand for the presidency. What a mad world we live in. I'll tell you something as well. The news has been all over the place today. Last night, I had 3 videos planned for today. I tried to at least plan what I'm going to be doing the next day. Not a single one of those topics was actually published today. All of them were replaced by something else. So perhaps, they'll be tomorrow or later on. Maybe never, such is the wacky nature of political news. And although this is going to be a short video, because most of my questions don't have answers yet, it's incredibly important for the immediate future of everyone in Europe. And I cannot, in all honesty, say that this issue with Le Pen being barred from seeking public office is a massive surprise. We knew the decision was coming today, and we knew there was a very good chance that not only would she be convicted, but barred from elections as well. So I suppose I should have expected I would be doing this today. In fact, when I read accounts of Marine Le Pen's statements about the case, whenever she talked about it, I got the strong impression she was expecting to be found guilty. See, when you're confident that you're innocent, you go, of course I'm going to be found innocent. I'm innocent, aren't I? You fool. And then you get found guilty. You go, yes, it's an outrage. I'm going to appeal. But she was talking about the appeal before the verdict. You do not talk about appeals before the verdict is announced if you are supremely confident that you are innocent. Naturally, of course, this is going to turn into a far-right dogfight with the rule of law. I see Salvini, Italy's deputy prime minister, has immediately described the verdict as a declaration of war by Brussels, even though this is a French court which has convicted her. And naturally, her own National Rally party has been crying as well. So what was the issue about how might it impact the next French presidential elections and just wider European security? Well, Le Pen and others of her party, it wasn't just her, it was about 24 of them, have defrauded EU funds. She and others drew on funding, EU funding, to pay for staff for European Parliament purposes, but they spent it on staff for her domestic French political purposes. So she embezzled millions of euros between her and her accomplices. Not really the sort of person you want running your government, is it? Actually, this is just the latest in a list of reasons why you wouldn't want her running your government. But there you go. She will obviously appeal, but I was getting the impression that the evidence was pretty robust, so I'm not sure I see that working out. It means, barring some incredibly unlikely events, Le Pen will not be standing for the French presidency or any other office at the next elections. The question is, what does it mean for that presidential election? Is it a genuine body blow for National Rally, who, like Reform UK and MAGA in Britain, and America respectively, of course, they don't exactly have a lot of charismatic leaders to switch to? Will Bardella be able to step up? Or will the fact that Le Pen will be attempting to rescue a political career with an appeal, will that just muddy the waters? Will people in France not really know who the presidential candidate is going to be until very late on? Who's going to be standing for them in 2027? Or will they be able to successfully play the witch hunt card, build up anti-establishment sentiment? Could they use this to perversely increase their chances? I mean, Trump's convictions, after all, didn't stop him being elected. Some people thought they enhanced it. Although this conviction does actually stop Le Pen standing, because France has more respect for the rule of law, doesn't stop her party benefiting from a post-truth style campaign. Does make the next presidential election more interesting. See, with the precarious position European security finds itself in, we could really do with France staying strong. Not only is National Rally pro-Russia, so, I mean, just like a lot of Western countries, including this country, the hard left in France is as well, or at least a section of it. There was the possibility that the final round of the presidential election could well have been between 2 pro-Russian candidates. Now, it's possible we could still end up with 2 pro-Russian candidates, or we could end up with 2 who now care about the security of Europe, and really it will be a choice of left or right for domestic policies. But right now, I really don't know how this plays out. National Rally will definitely use it to argue an establishment stitch-up. Will it work? Will events with Russia and America over the next couple of years get French voters to think more carefully about the foreign policies they need their government to have? Or will domestic concerns, which are always understandably the most urgent for voters, will they take precedence? Will there be a candidate who can combine a compelling offer for both domestic and international policies? All feeling very surreal right now. See, for years, Britain was the chaotic political toddler of the Western world. Now other countries seem to be stepping up to vie for attention. But this is really important, even to those of us in Britain. I appreciate that Macron has not impressed in France. I would be similarly unimpressed with him were I French, right? But France's leadership has been so important on the world stage against Putin's aggression, and Macron has stepped up on that front. And there is a very realistic chance of a pro-Putin president in 2 years' time. I do not think this would be what we want everyone else in Europe. I mean, I noticed that Germany's properly stepping up now. I've seen that incoming new Chancellor Merz he's taking no truck with Viktor Orban, for example. He's talking about proper kicking him in the goolies. But I think we need France's leadership as well, quite frankly. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.